Hey everyone, Cypher here again with some more Master Duel content for you guys, this time featuring my Prank Kids list that I showcased in the last video. So it's pretty teched out for what's popular in the metagame right now, so we're going to go ahead and dive into the replay. I am going second, and my opponent's going first. So he's playing Tri-Brigade, as he starts off with Fractal here. So looking at our hand, we have Artifact Lancea, Terraforming, Cosmic Cyclone, Called by the Grave, and Pandemonium. So this is a good hand going first or second because we could combo if we go first, and we have a hand trap and another going second card for going second. So this is pretty good. In this case, because we have Artifact Lancea, that's especially good against Tri-Brigade because they need to banish in order to play the game. So the fact that we have Artifact Lancea in our hand, if this goes unanswered, that pretty much skips our opponent's turn. So he's going to dump a lot of cards here with Fractal. Yeah, it's Karis. And immediately, once I've seen that, I toggle on to make sure that I can answer immediately on his normal summon. So as soon as he normal summon Kit, I'm going to go ahead and drop the Lancea. This is helpful because it plays around cards like Cyphering Gear Gamma if he's on that. So evidently we want him to commit the normal summon, and he's going to do that, so I'm going to drop Lancea. It goes unanswered, so he's forced to pass his turn. So he sets one card and passes turn over to me. So this could be anything. It's probably Called by the Grave or Cosmic Cyclone or Called by the Grave. So I'm just going to start my turn by using Cyclone to force the back row. In this case, it's a Revolt. It's not a very good one, though, because he can only summon 3 monsters for this. So he's going to summon everything in his graveyard and turn them all into Rugal. Okay. So he's going to build his chain links here. Now a lot of players might be just tempted to just throw, whatever cards they have at the opponent here. Like if you wanted to cut access off to their engine, that might be worth using Called by the Grave on here. But I need to hold this because I need to make sure my plays go through. So using Called by the Grave on his Nerval here is definitely not the move. So definitely don't use Called by the Grave or Ash for any of his cards here, because you need to hold all of this for yourself. So he's building his chain here. For some reason he activates Rugal, which is a special summon, so whatever, I guess, that's fine. Let that all go through. And then Nerval is going to finish Adam the Kit here. So he dumps a weird card here with Kit, the Tri-Brigade Rendezvous. So I don't know exactly what kind of Kool-Aid he's on, but this card kind of makes it a little bit awkward because typically with the Tri-Brigade matchup, they get their normal summon, right? That's usually Kit, and then they have the Karis. So our deck with Prank Kids here, Battle Butler usually pops twice, so we have 2 answers for 2 of their pushes, which is great. But Rendezvous makes things a little awkward here, so this is a really good card for him to have in this scenario. So again, I have no idea what he's on, so I have no idea why he's playing that, but that makes things a little awkward for us. So no matter, we're just going to go ahead and start by activating Terraforming. My opponent immediately ashes this, so it's very good to have the Called by the Grave here, and very good to have saved that for the Ash Blossom. So we're boned if he has Max C, because our Ash Blossom's negated now until turn 4. So hopefully he doesn't have that. So I get place. I'm gonna add green because that's usually the best one to start with. Normal summon that, and then link summon into Meow. Green's going to trigger, and because I already have Pandemonium in my hand, I'm just going to dump a blank with Fansies here. And then, of course, Place is very good now that he has monsters on his side of the field. So we're going to use Place as Chain Link 2 to chain block the Fansies in case he has another respawn. So, I mean, obviously he already ashed, so he can't do that again. But in this scenario, if he was saving that for my Prank Kids, like he should have, like a good player normally does, he would be... we would have Place to chain block the first summon, which makes our plays a lot better. Okay, so resolving the chain here, Place makes him makes all of his monsters lose 500. Fansies dumps the blank here, which is the Place, and we're going to summon Lampsies out from our deck. Then we're going to link summon for Doodle-Doo. So Fire triggers here, and then we're going to trigger Doodle as well. So because I've already dumped the blank, Doodle is just going to add me Pranks here. And then Fire will fetch blue. And then we're going to link summon both the Doodle and the water for another Doodle. And The reason we're doing that is because we want extra names in the graveyard for pranks to shuffle during the end phase, so that's why we make the second Doodle do. And then water will trigger, which summons Earth. Again, very standard plays here. Doodle is going to tribute itself to add back the blank and the fancies. The reason I am adding back the blank is because this is like the more optimal card to banish off of Roxy's, given everything else in my hand. Even though Ash is dead until turn 4, I'd rather hold on to that than anything else, pretty much. So we're going to add the fancies and the pranks, and then we're going to add, or not pranks, sorry, the place. And then pranks is going to discard green, summon our token, and that's going to make Bow Wow bark. And now we're going to use Roxy's to banish the blank place that we added. That draws impermanence, which is very good against his deck. So because we drew, drawing the impermanence here is actually huge because that answers the problem with the rendezvous, which is this in the sense that because Battle Butler is going to pop twice, he can stop one of those pops with a rendezvous. So because we drew the impermanence, that's going to answer his plays for his turn. And moving on, because I've done all my plays so far, we're going to go with the Bow Wow. And Bow Wow, I elect to attack the Kit because Rugal is not actually a threat. It doesn't do anything on his turn. Fractal is going to go back to his hand, so it just makes sense to hit Kit because if this stays on the board, that's something that he could use to banish and make plays on his turn. So definitely use Bow Wow to attack Kit here. That's gone. And then we're going to set both of our back row, and then Pranks in the end phase is going to shuffle both the Doodoo's and the Roxy's in the graveyard. And then it's going to draw us a card. And in this case, it drew Nibiru, which is also huge, because if for whatever reason our plays didn't go according to plan, we have a backup card. So play passes over to my opponent. It's his draw phase, so I'm going to immediately shotgun my Bow Wow bark, making sure to toggle on so that I can do that during his draw phase. Reason we do that is because if he has droplets, he would have to do it right now, and I'm not going to wait for him to get like a juicy, more optimal card for him to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and shotgun Bow Wow here. Bow Wow is going to tribute itself and add blue and green, or excuse me, blue and red. And with blue and red, that means that my fusion spell will be able to make a Battle Butler for his turn. So he's going to start his turn off by discarding for Karis. I'm going to chain and activate my Pandemonium. And for some reason, he's playing this, Dogmatica Fleur de Lis. And so I can only assume he's playing like some kind of weird Dogmatica Tri-Brigade mix-up. Because, I mean, he's playing this too, which is really strange. So I have no idea what possessed him to chain this here, so I don't know. You know, it's just a wasted card in his hand, so I have no idea why he did that. But Fleur de Lis comes out, Pandemonium resolves, so we're going to fuse blue, red, and green to make Battle Butler. And then Karis will resolve and special summon itself. So immediately, he's going to start building his chains, and then I'm going to start building my chains. So Kit activates to dump a card, green goes on the chain, blue goes on the chain, red goes on the chain. And then to top it all off, we're going to put place on the chain, just to chain block it. You know, even though it doesn't make a difference here, really. And then I'm going to put Battle Butler on the chain, banishing my Meow to nuke his board. So Battle Butler resolves. Unfortunately, he has the Rendezvous, so he can protect his setup from dying. So I'm definitely going to toggle on here to make sure that immediately after this chain link resolves, I can Battle Butler once more to nuke his Karis. So I really want to make sure that he's not resolving any of his plays. So we'll go ahead and resolve the chains here, Fansies. So the reason I'm summoning the ones that I did here is because they have the highest defenses of all of them in the deck. So Fansies with 2k defense, Roxy's with 1500, and then Dropsies is third highest with 1000 defense. Okay, so Nerval goes on the chain off of that kit from earlier, and then I'll chain my Battle Butler so I can make sure to destroy his remaining monsters. And then he commits his normal summon to the Karis, banishing 4 for cost, and an I flip impermanence to negate his Karis. So that successfully stops his turn. Or it should successfully stop his turn. That's all the Tri-Brigade has, is Karis and its normal summon. Dumps Fractal for no effect, so he's pretty much toast here. So play passes over to me. The game's basically mine at this point. I'm up on so many cards. My opponent has one card left in his hand. It's my game at this point. So just start making plays here. Link summon for Meowmoo. I think the play that I'm going for here is I'm going to eventually make Anaconda with all of the bodies that I had. And just recycle what's left in my graveyard for the second Battle Butler. And that should be it pretty much. Like he's toast. He's got nothing. So I banish Nibiru for Roxy's, draw Cyclone, which is really good. And add Pandemonium off the Doodle-Doo. Okay, here comes the Anaconda, that's right. So Anaconda will dump the Thunder Dragon Fusion, which is really good in this scenario because it recycles more of our pranks and gets the Butler out early. So that means pranks in the end phase will be able to recycle more cards. So Battle Butler comes down, place bumps everything, and that should be lethal. Yeah, there he goes, there he scoops. And that's going to be it for this replay, guys. So Prank Kids versus Tri-Brigade, very simple. As you understand with Tri-Brigade, they, again, only have their normal summon and the special summon off of Karis, and then that's pretty much it in Engine. So Battle Butler deals with that magnificently because it can pop twice on his turn with the Meowmoo and the Tribute effect to pop. So Prank Kids is a pretty good matchup against Tri-Brigade. The fact that I drew Lancea in this matchup is just insane, considering it just skipped his turn pretty much. So yeah, that's basically going to be it, guys. Stay tuned for more Master Duel content. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to see more content like this in the future. Have a good one, everybody. Take care.